Good morning everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your reading for Friday the 9th. It's Friday. It feels like it's taken forever to come to Friday this week. It's nearly the weekend. I've got the weekend off. I've got very few plans, so it'll be nice. I've got a couple of readings, but other than that, I'm all good. So I'm really looking forward to having a bit of downtime. So firstly, thank you for those who subscribe to my channel. I continue to grow daily and I continue to enjoy the journey. I'm loving everything about it. Thank you for those who've ordered personal readings from me. If you haven't subscribed yet or would like a personal reading, for the readings, you can go back to the weekly readings because I do post everything below them, but during the week it just gets a little busy and I don't have time. For those who said you liked my nails, change of colour. For those who are having coffee with me this morning, good morning to you and your coffee. I have my tea ready. So if my readings don't resonate with you, that's fine. You can move on and find another reader or pop back tomorrow. They might resonate tomorrow. So let's see what's cracking for Friday the 9th of November. Oh, I love it. I love it. I really like this card. He's such a handsome man. Look at him. He's an angel. He's not a man, is he? He's a no gender definition with angels. So we're looking at the Ace of Swords here. Now, I always say that this is my favourite ace. I love all the cards. I particularly love the aces because they talk of new starts. But I always think the Ace of Swords is the most beautiful because this gives us a chance to move forward, really understanding who we are. We've done the work, we've cut out what no longer serves us, and we're going forward with this truth, this understanding. And I love that the artist here has painted this angel's face with exactly that look, like that, you know, real defiant, I'm on my way sort of look. I really like that. So we're starting something new. We're moving forward with some clarity, with some I always talk about, you know, going into battle with your sword held high. Well, his isn't really held high. He's not ready for battle, but he's got it close to his heart if he needs it. Okay, so first off we have the Ace of Cups. Ooh, I'm loving this reading already. 2 aces, 2 cards. Just hang on 2 seconds. I have a tumble dryer going, and last time somebody said it sounded like a coffee machine. Ace of Cups. This is an offer coming in. And with the ace on the bottom, it looks like an offer where somebody's coming in to give you a truth and to offer you love. This is both. Oh, it's beautiful. I feel quite exhilarated by this morning. I think some of you have been waiting for this offer to come in, this truth that somebody loves you or wants to be with you. But it definitely is happening for some people today. And it's coming quite possibly from a water sign. Now even I'm getting excited now. Bloody water signs. It's coming from a water sign. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Now in saying that, the water sign is, the card itself is a representation of sort of like the pinnacle of love from someone. So other than the ace, it's sort of the very high of the deck. So this is someone who has learnt to temper their emotions. They are very, very much standing their ground here. Now the only thing with the King of Cups, sometimes he can find it hard to talk about his feelings because of that, but with all the water in the background, this person here is very, very comfortable with sharing their feelings. Okay, and then we have the Queen of Cups. Now I love this. We've got the King and the Queen together here. Which often talks about twin flames or soulmates. So this is definitely a love reading today. So for you who don't want love readings, you can check out the bonus reading when I do it, but this is going to be love. This is about union between two people. Now the Queen of Cups, she's a much more emotional woman, but she's very intuitive. She can sometimes come across, if she's a psychic, but she's very, very much in tune with her feelings, and she's ready for love. And these two are sort of looking at each other. So there's definitely love coming in. Someone's getting a declaration of love very, very shortly. And the knight here with his sword raised high. So he's definitely ready. He's ready for action. He's coming into battle. He's ready to murder those demons or dragons or whatever he's after, and he's ready to tell his truth. He's pounding towards this Queen of Cups here, moving towards her very quickly. This is a destined event here. This is divine timing for some people. Now, obviously, it's not going to be for everybody, because some of you are already in relationships, so it doesn't apply to you. Some people may not be in the place to receive this. So this is coming in for those who I would, the reading might pan out a little bit and give you a bit more insight, but this feels to me like someone is either returning to do this, or is you've been perhaps seeing this person, because this is a declaration of love, something that's destined. So you're either already been seeing this person, or you know them. So I think you've been really concerned about this relationship. It feels to me like you've been questioning whether this person does feel the same way. You've probably been carrying this weight around for some time. So I really think for some of you, this is about some sort of past situation. It mightn't be. It might be that you've been seeing this person for a while and wondering if they feel the same way. Maybe, this King of Cups just hasn't spoken up yet. But definitely coming forward here. Okay, Wheel of Fortune. This is karmic. So it's a return, I would say, for a lot of you. This is a return from someone of the past. But the Wheel of Fortune's now turning in your favour, which means it's bringing in what was divinely timed. This is a wish too. This isn't something you don't want. So if you don't want exes back, this isn't for you, this reading, because this is something you wanted. The star tells me that you've been wishing for something to come back. So you don't need to tell me you don't want somebody back from the past. This isn't for you, this reading. But definitely karmic energy here in this Wheel of Fortune. Okay, look at this, the Empress. What a beautiful reading. Oh my goodness, and it's full of major arcanas and aces. This is how you're feeling, and this is how the other person's seeing you. They see you as the person they want in their life to have their children, to nurture, to love, and you are ready for this relationship because you have got yourself to a place where you've worked on the things that no longer serve you, you've let go of past fears and past energies, and you are vibrating at the level of the Empress. I love that. Okay, and then we have the Tower. Okay, I'll have to do a quick recap before I put the last card on it. Okay, so some of you are about to experience some sort of destined event. There is love here between two people, and it's either strong soulmate attachment or definitely past life attachment, but I feel like for some of you, this is about someone you already know or you've already had an experience with. This is destined with this Wheel of Fortune and Star card here. There's a new love there's an offer, let me say, an offer of a new love relationship. And the person giving it to you is really ready to propose. They could be proposing marriage long term, but they are definitely declaring their love for you. I feel like for you, you've either seen this relationship as a burden, but it may be that you've carried in your heart this person for a very long time with this Ten of Wands, and you're ready to put that down now. See, the thing is, you're ready for love, and across the Star and the Ace of Cups, I'd say you've got yourself right into the place where you should be, because you're definitely vibrating at that level, and the Wheel of Fortune is going to bring that in. We've got, a couple of cards that talk about wishes and divine love. But the thing is, I have a Tower here. Now, the Tower can mean a few things in this position, so I'm just going to tell you what's coming through for you here. Firstly, it might be that you question where this is coming from. The second thing is, and you may not trust. This person may have let you down before and you may be rethinking that. It could be that this just hits home so quickly and perhaps you've been thinking about it for so long that you've questioned things about yourself that weren't true. Because sometimes this talks about your own... The Tower talks about breaking down structure. So it can talk about breaking down a structure within the relationship or outside of the relationship, but it can talk about breaking down your ideals and values. So maybe you never expected this person to come back even though you've carried this burden. You know, I look at this burden and I think it's that, you know, you've carried a torch for this person, the old people would have said. You've carried a torch for such a long time with this person. But you see, they've always loved you. There's no doubt here. So this Tower, somehow or another, this Tower might mean that they chose to walk a different path. They went on a different way. They chose someone else over you. Could mean any of one of those things. Because when the Tower comes in, they're going to be telling you something that's going to really knock you off your feet. So I'm ready to pick the last card up. Okay, and you are the Queen of Swords. Isn't that interesting? So this is the time now for you to really stand in your truth. You have to be in your truth when you receive this. Now, I'm not sure a lot of people understand what that is. You know, I do readings sometimes and I think people have got so much stuff to work on from childhood and their adulthood around ego and learning the difference between what is ego and what is your truth. Spirit puts us here to live in our truth. That's who we are. We are human beings. Well, we're spirit having a human experience, as they say. So the spirit inside us is taught and is learning how to become the person we're supposed to be. But along our lives, our families, our schools, our friends, our lovers, people we have contact with, the people we work for, they all tell us a different thing about who we are. So, you know, somebody can come in, good experience, you know, my voice. I remember a woman I worked for many years used to say to me all the time, you sound whingy, you always sound whingy, you have a whingy voice. And I used to think, I don't, that's my accent. But I still took it on board regardless of what happened. And I sit here listening to people saying to me that my voice is calming and beautiful. And I think, wow, that's just such a different thing to what I was taught. Which one's my truth? Stop and think about it. If somebody says to you, you know, that they're in a relationship with you and they say to you, you know, you're too soft, you're too sensitive, you're not, you don't listen to what I say to you. Is that your truth or is it their truth? Because if it's their truth, you shouldn't be taking it on board. Because your truth is, what's wrong with being sensitive? I'm fine to be soft. That's quite okay with me. But what starts to happen is you build this ego up and you start to believe the things you've been told. Now, this is really, really evident in childhood, especially in young children. I work with children. I know how it affects children. These are the children that become so anxious and so distraught that they become naughty and rebellious because they don't understand who they truly are. They're trying to be opposite to the person that they have been told to be. So what's happening here is this is something that's coming back to you because you have learned to be who you are. You have learned to be in your truth. And something's coming back now. And Spirit says, don't go back to the ego here. Don't go back to what you think is happening here. Go back to who you are. Feel it out. Take it in. Because this is happening because you're ready and you've reached a point in your life where you're divinely ready to receive. Don't go back to this ego. Don't question it. Don't get angry about it. Don't get upset about it. Don't think about the past. They are all things that do not serve you now. Thanks, everyone.